This video is on the Pearson Test of English. Retell a lecture in the speaking section. You will be given 3 seconds to view the instructions, 60 to 90 seconds to listen to the audio and write your notes, 10 seconds to prepare, and 40 seconds to retell the lecture into the microphone. Achieving success requires that you take notes on the key ideas in each verbal sentence. Structure your response using a framework, and you must use reported speech. Here's the framework. You'll need a subject, for example, the lecturer or the speaker, one of these reporting verbs or a combination of those, and then you'll need an object phrase, which should start with that. You'll need a subject, a verb, an adverb, or object phrase. Note-taking. Within the 60 to 90 seconds, you'll typically hear something like as follows: an introduction, 4 to 5 verbal sentences which each contain a key idea, and a conclusion. That's generally about 7 complex sentences that each contain a key idea. Obviously, you don't have enough time to write 7 complex sentences, so you should only write key words. Which means you'll need to use shorthand. So what is shorthand? Shorthand means that you don't write complete sentences. And you don't write every vowel in each word you hear. You don't have to write each vowel. As long as you can recognize the word that you've written down, that's fine, because nobody's going to read your notes. Listen to the following lecture and analyze this example of note-taking. You'll see within the note-taking that the sentences are not complete and a lot of the vowels are missing. So you'll need to develop your own system of shorthand.
Now, let's look at the human memory architecture. We store some information temporarily in our short-term memory. The short-term memory holds information for less than a minute, then gradually it disappears. If we want to retain the information, we need to make an effort to learn it. Short-term memory space is limited in size. It holds only about 7 items. Now, let's look at long-term memory. This memory is very powerful. It stores information for months, even for years, and it can store large quantities of information. Our long-term memory helps us to remember events and things that happened in the past. It helps us to remember language and how to use and understand words. And it also helps us to remember physical skills, how to swim, and ride a bicycle. In conclusion, if you read or hear anything for the first time, it goes into short-term memory, and after reproduction of that information, it is turned into a long-term memory.
Listen to this example of a lecture being retold. The lecturer was talking about the human memory, and she said that the short-term memory holds information for less than a minute, and that if we want to retain information, we need to make an effort to learn it. The lecturer also said that the short-term memory holds only about 7 items, and that the long-term memory stores large quantities of information for months to years. She also said that the long-term memory helps us to remember things that happened in the past, language, and physical skills. In conclusion, the lecturer said that if we read or hear anything for the first time, it goes into our short-term memory, and that after reproduction, it is turned into a long-term memory. Listen to another lecture and practice note-taking.
There are many lifestyle diseases in the modern world. One of the most concerning is diabetes. It is possible to control diabetes with drugs, but there is no cure. There are things, however, that people, especially young people, can do to avoid it. If they are overweight, they should try to lose weight. They should also watch what they eat and try to avoid foods high in fats and sugars. People should exercise regularly by jogging, swimming, or doing aerobics. In addition, they should walk or cycle more instead of traveling by car or bus. If people change to this healthier lifestyle, we may be able to stop the rise in diabetes in the future.
Listen to this example of the lecture being retold and compare it with your notes. The lecturer was talking about diabetes, and he said that it's possible to control diabetes using drugs, but that there is no cure. The lecturer then said that people can avoid diabetes by losing weight and avoiding fats and sugars, and that people should exercise regularly by swimming, jogging, and doing aerobics. The lecturer then said people should walk or cycle instead of traveling by car or bus. In conclusion, the lecturer stated that if people change to this healthier lifestyle, we can stop the rise in diabetes in the future. Thanks for watching.